Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be explaining what I think the Gobblegum system is going to be like in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I've got about 4 methods that I think they are going to use because Call of Duty doesn't really innovate outside of the box anymore. And so I can finally kind of formulaically give you an answer and tell you exactly what I think is coming in this game. So obviously, let's get into the first method. I think this could genuinely just be a copy and paste of what we see from Black Ops 3. I think with the Black Ops 3 system, most people, including myself and high rounders, just love the Gobblegum system from BO3. There are so many good reasons as to why it just worked. Number one, it was mitigated towards a machine that you had to run to in the game. It was not in the menus, which was a huge deal. You could only spin 3 around. The first one was free. I mean, when the game first launched, the Gobblegum machines as well were only located at one specific location at a time, which I'm so glad they fixed, because what they released by the end of this game's life cycle was one of the best systems that they have released, in my opinion, since like the World at War Pack-a-Punch machine, bro. And that literally made Zombies what it is today. And so with this Black Ops 3 system, the other thing that I love about it is it's balanced in the way that you can have a ton of points in the high rounds and not just be like, man, what am I going to spend this 900,000 points I have? Well, if you are on the round 100 rounds, if you triple spin a Gobblegum, it's like 1,000,000+ points. And so that to me is what makes BO3 Gobblegum so exciting, is that it actually uses all of your points. It makes the gameplay more intriguing. You have to constantly think about when you're spinning for those Gobblegums, and to me that was the magic behind the BO3 system. So if they do bring the system back, I just hope that the classics and the megas are good, just like how they were in BO3. However, though, I do want to say that I hope that it is more free to play earnable than it was back in Black Ops 3. I mean, one Liquid Divinium in BO3 earned you 1 Gobblegum, but it took a while to earn even just 1 Liquid Divinium. I like the 1 Liquid Divinium to 1 Gobblegum system, but I think they really need to try and make it easier to earn, because it would take hundreds of hours to get all that type of stuff. But coming into our second method, and I hope they do not do this, this is the Black Ops 4 method. And the reason why the Black Ops 4 Elixir system, which is the Gobblegum copycat system, the reason why it failed is because of the fact that, number one, it was mitigated to your HUD. There was no machine, and you could instantly activate any of them. And that is like, I get it, you can buy a free Gobblegum at any round, but the thing is like when you can spin multiple in a round, it just completely destroys the fabric of COD Zombies. Like, there needs to still be some sort of limit, and I think BO4 also ruined it because the classic elixirs were way more overpowered than the mega elixirs, and so most people didn't even buy them. And it's just because there was no way to keep them without a dashboard glitch, right? And back in Black Ops 3, they had a dashboard glitch where if you were able to close the application before you game overed, you'd be able to save your Gobblegums. They didn't bring this back into BO4, and in my opinion, this was one of the worst changes to this system because it completely alienated people from using it, and it was ugly and all over your gameplay. Like, heck no, do not ever go back to the BO4 system. I think the talismans from BO4 were cool, but to be honest, don't bring it back. I mean, the Gobblegums just were way better. Now, coming into another method that I think that they could be adding. Now, I genuinely hope they don't add this one as well. Just these last two are just awful. This could be a Modern Warfare 3 Zombies schematic system. Now, if you don't know what the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies schematic system is, this game literally just released, and they have a system where you go into the world and find things and unlock certain blueprints to be able to spawn in with them before the game. I think this would not work in round-based at all. What scares me is, yes, COD 2024 Black Ops 6 is going to be having a system where you probably can do that in Outbreak. And so that's why I'm very scared that the Gobblegum system is going to be like this. But I do have to mention, okay, with the Black Ops 6 Gobblegum, this was the first image we saw of it. It's on the Vault Edition, right? And so part of me thinks like, okay, if it's on the Vault Edition, there is no way that this is going to be a schematic system because you have to pay for these, and you weren't able to pay for schematics in Modern Warfare 3. You had to actually earn them inside the game. I just think the thing is, if you put Gobblegums on a cooldown system, it's going to make it boring because no Gobblegum is going to have any rarity anymore. So that is really a system I hope they don't take. I think that honestly could be the worst one. Like, I genuinely prefer BO4 elixirs over this. Like, this is just not it. And so ultimately, I think they will choose probably one of these methods or make some sort of amalgamation of them. But the last method, this is the one I genuinely hope that they go for. And this was actually made by Expert Fusion, which is a zombies YouTuber. And I've actually talked about this in a video of mine before. And this is a system where you earn it for Dark Ether crystals. So these Dark Ether crystals was what we saw in Black Ops Cold War, which was Black Ops 5. And now that we have Black Ops 6, imagine you go buy a Perkaholic for 25 really flawless Ethereum crystals, like super rare. You could get it on the house, but then like the bad Gobblegums, like Respin Cycle, is only worth like 1, but Phoenix Up is 5. And see, this to me still adds the rarity of Gobblegums without making it just a boring schematic system that anybody can have access to. Because the issue with the Modern Warfare 3 schematic system was the longer you played, the more you'd run into the likelihood of a cap in your gameplay, which means there's just, you would hit a ceiling. There would be nothing left to play on the game because you unlocked everything. That is the worst way to go for a zombie system. I think what made Gobblegum so special in Black Ops 3 and so memorable is the randomization of it. Like, number one, you load in with 5 Gobblegums that you have to choose, but you're not even guaranteed a Gobblegum right when you spin the machine. I think that aspect was lost instantly when Black Ops 4 put it on the HUD. You could just choose exactly what you want to summon at the exact right time. But to me, that removes the layer of RNG that makes the Gobblegum machine so unbelievably special. And so what I also hope is that because we have seen orange and red Gobblegums, I hope we get a bunch of new Gobblegums. Like, obviously, I want to see some staples from the Black Ops 3 Gobblegum system return, like Killing Time, Perkaholic, Shopping Free. I want to see the overpowered ones, and if you have to pay for them, I would be fine with that. But however, I want the play to earn rate to be increased. They literally decreased it from Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4, and they made Nebulium Plasma so difficult to get in that game. Like, the ratio was like 30 Nebulium Plasma to get 1 spin, to potentially get 2 or 3 elixirs that were probably garbage. Like, no, bro. Go back to the Liquid Divinium system and just stick with it. And obviously, if they stick with this, I want to see Dr. Monty somehow affiliated with this, because obviously Gobblegum is affiliated with him. Like, he somehow needs to return now. If they don't ever return him into the storyline, I don't think I will care about it genuinely, just because, in my opinion, now this is a controversial opinion, I think the new Zombies Dark Ether storyline is just kind of garbage. It's just like an excuse to mix campaign and Warzone elements into Zombies, and to me, that's not ever what Zombies was. Zombies at its core isn't even about premise or ultimates. It's literally about an adventure. Like, Mob of the Dead, I always have to harken back on, is the reason why so many people still play Zombies today. BO2, for most people, was like an unsuccessful launch with Transit. And like, Mob of the Dead, to me, encapsulated what Zombies adventures could be. And so ultimately, I hope that they understand what made the Gobblegum system so special. And it's not about being overpowered. It's about the variability in the gameplay.